Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Come inside, come inside. She's always within. How Christ inherently and intuitively dissolves Enki's AI programs. Come on in, the show's about to start. Guaranteed to tear your fake-ass worldview apart. Come on, see my show. Here's rock and roll. Come on, see my show. 'Cause I got it wrong. 'Cause I thought that you know the cruelest and fakest gods of all are so sure they stole it all. So, y'all know I'll spend the whole day funky, spend the whole day stoned, acting silly like a monkey just to help me feel at home. Is it the end or the beginning? Or how about another ending? About when you notice this true love is never ending. Then you realize she is always within. And this is why I am still alive, at least, so to speak, in the 3D flesh suit, able to talk to you. How I survived that near-death traffic collision. And a handful of other skirmishes with the Reaper. She is always within. How Christ dissolves Enki's AI plans, even when the only light in the sky is being reflected through their demonic nanotech layers. I've been thinking about making this video, folks, and it's such a grave tragedy to even, sad thing to even bring it up, but it makes me wonder if Wes Penra's theory is correct, that that the divine mother, Christ, creator, was assaulted by basically Lucifer or his dad, Anu, and given this ultimatum. Because she didn't know anything about violence and war and evil, basically, or at least not enough. She made the ultimate compromise, and according to this story that Wes Penra thought up, and she, which maybe what happened is she had children with this being, and the result was, given to him to propagate, and that was Lucifer or Anu or Enki. So no matter what has happened to this body, this flesh suit here, to your avatar's flesh suit is what they call this in some spiritual circles, the real original creator, even when the only light coming out of the sky is the white reflected light of the dark, the real original creator always shines within. The Christ goddess is always within each soul, from the masters who are enlightened and also, Wes Penra says, have escaped the matrix grid, so they left holes in it for us. I love this concept. He's come up with some great ideas, which are probably accurate. So, from the masters to the haunted Draco reptilians and their 1% slaves who have buried and severed their, basically they've buried and severed their connection to her 105%. They're about 105% disrespectful and unconscious of the goddess via the servers of their AI fake false matrix hologram. How long has this been going on? Perhaps some say nearly forever, millions of years. Since Enki, or Lucifer, some research claim, himself alone is a clone. How about that? that Enki or Lucifer is actually a clone. So that would explain greatly how the Illuminati and their masters have greatly supported the rise of AI in Silicon Valley to empower the singularity, and why they seem to not have any empathy or respect for themselves or others. If it was started by a clone, too bad for them. Because you know what? We're in the culmination of a multiple million-year war, which has had phases of relative peace, and now we have this half of the world being turned into this cyborg Lucifer slave race. This is the culmination of a multiple million-year war over control over the original divine humans. That, according to other people I study, such as Lisa Renee, that that we were here, or that race, the pure, which West doesn't dispute that there was another race, that the pure race that was here before, and so that's what we call the Christ race, which is also pure like this, the mother. So this is a multiple million-year war over control over the divine human souls, and AI Lucifer / Metatron has basically no soul, no connection to the real creator in mind, only the fragmented or narcissistic, militarized, sick ego trip of their whole dog-eat-dog, lame brain concept of Lucifer, where everything has to be inverted, and they gradually, over the last several decades of mainstream Satanism and Luciferianism, to convince people that morality is passé. But blanketing the sky with chemicals is fine, because we got to cool it down. What if Satan is not an immortal vampire, but an AI vampire that, like all vampires, needs some blood? In this case, whether you talk about adrenochrome all the way down to Lush, it means you, in the sense of Lush and energy and rent and utilities. Our original creatrix, the divine Mother Sophia, Christ, and Orion, had none of this vampirism in mind. It was just either she was cornered, or I don't know what the story was, but it happened a long time ago. I've studied history, but anyone that says they know for sure is probably lying or speculating and hooked on their ego trip. But the Syrian Anunnaki were so talented at mind control and deception that they coerced her to reproduce with the war god Syrian E.T. King, perhaps. And this was the progeny of the human slave race. Okay, this is why we can't remember our past lives. This is why we think we have to be slaves, box slaves, or controlled by our narcissistic predator ego demons. Yet we were bred to be we were bred to be Lucifer's slaves. But there's also the original Namalu, or human race, that our mother was from. So we were from the original race. And through the reincarnation, matrix, death, memory wipe trap, and now they have no need for recycling of your souls. If they can semi-permanently keep you as a cyborg AI vampiric slave, as humans 2.0 in the singularity, Bill Gates is not only basically a slave for these evil dark ETs like Lucifer, like he's their pet favorite, because he did so much help, and he got the patent in Lucifer Ace, WO060606, along with MasterCard. Microsoft got the patent for Lucifer Ace. Okay. If you did not take it, maybe you will still be able to uncover a strong connection in meditation. Be still and know the real. Be still and know the real I am goddess. Once you begin to discern the hologramic architecture Enki is programmed into this planet, and that Lucifer really is a soulless, demonic, yet master geneticist, whose number one strength is, guess what? Tenacity. They'll never give up. The devil will never give up. So when you realize this, I've often thought, if you want to save your soul or save this planet or whatever you want to save, you got to save yourself and never give up. Never give up on that fight to discernment until you are at peace and truth. So when you realize this, that the dark sides, how they've achieved these goals, it took them millions of years of torturing and wars and killing and polluting and, inventing all this tech to get it to this level. When you realize that they'll never give up or quit, that their tenacity is their greatest strength, then perhaps you will begin to make her thoughts within you more consistently discernible. To hear more consistently. This is the goal. One of the goals of this show, this ministry, is that, or I should say, I like to say, this one ministry is for myself and everyone to help us remember to maintain the connection, not just to each other through these gadgets, although that's something I've had to reclaim the mastery of, be thankful for. As much as it's been a huge part of the hijack, and as I said in my one video, the first takeover plan worked when everyone agreed to take the microwave phone, or as David Icke calls it, wearables. So when you regain this tenacity to the truth in your heart, then perhaps you'll begin to make her thoughts within you more consistently discernible, hearing the real divine voice underneath, before, after the devil ever got in, softer, deeper, and basically 1,000,000% more respectful. Okay? Remember that. Lucifer can dump this stuff out of planes and make it control the weather, but they will never have respect for anyone. The real Mother Christ Goddess is about 1,000,000% more respectful than they can just ever be. So, then about 1,000,000% more respectful than the Syrian junior god imposters, Yahweh's violent, narcissistic commands. Okay, she's always within you. Where would you and I, if I was 100% clear and done with my shadow work, where would you and I be without Enki's imposed Groundhog Day? The Divine Mother, Christ Goddess, is always within you, waiting forever for you to calm down. She's not worried about it, because she's in everything. Waiting forever for you to calm down, calm down, or turn down or off the Decepticon radio. Remote-controlled theater. California real estate has obviously become an obedient and a problem of obedience. The school shootings are the ultimate example of people obeying the voice of God, voice to skull, imposter, creator, as a violent, mind-controlling psychopath. Okay? If If you enjoyed this, try me again.